debate because residents park homes in my constituency of Stevenage. For them, this is not a technical issue. It's about power, protection, and whether anyone steps in when things go wrong. Park homes are meant to offer security and affordability, particularly for older people. And for many of them, park homes represent their life savings and their final move. But too often, what they experience instead is anxiety about charges they do not understand, standards that quietly slip, and enforcement never seems to arrive. Give some example. Pitch fees are a major source of the pressure they face. Residents often face increases imposed with little explanation, often linked to CPI entirely at the site owner's discretion. Getting basic receipts can be a struggle, and so many residents don't challenge them because they are afraid. They're afraid of retaliation, afraid of being labelled difficult, afraid that services will quietly deteriorate if they speak up. And then there's maintenance. We've heard some of the examples of local authorities failing to enforce. That's why I've written to my district council, East Hertfordshire, as the licensing authority for a park home in my constituency, setting out my residents' concerns. I expect them to act promptly, and my participation in this debate should underline that expectation clearly. And finally, the 10% sales commission, which we've heard so much about today. We've not really heard why it's set at that arbitrary level. And my residents would ask the minister to seriously consider either removing it or reducing it to a far lower level. At heart, Sir Alec, this is about fairness. Park home residents are not asking for special treatment. They're asking for honesty about what they are buying, transparency about what they are paying for, and proper maintenance of the places they live with councils that enforce the rules. I ask the minister to consider all of that very carefully.